Please remain standing for the Star-Spangled Banner, pre-recorded and sung by the Highlander Choir seniors in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated. Welcome, family, friends, faculty members, administration, alumni, staff, and most importantly, the class of 2021. Thank you all for coming tonight in honor of the graduating class. Without your support and guidance, none of this would have been possible. I'd also like to take a minute to thank my mom, dad, Justina, Luke, Tyler, and my grandparents. Without your support these past 4 years, I would not be standing here today. I love you guys. Congratulations, class of 2021. It is an honor to be standing here today as your senior class president. We honor all of the strength and effort it has taken to get through the challenging high school experience we had. We are unlike any class that has come through this school. We have dealt with online learning, asynchronous days, only seeing each other every other day, and for 2 months having a somewhat normal senior year. But through all of that, we are here today graduating. On my first day of high school, I walked into these halls terrified, so scared that I wouldn't fit in, wouldn't be able to keep up with my classes, or have the high school experience that I'd been imagining since I watched High School Musical for the first time. And at the time, I didn't realize I was right about all of it. The expectations that we set for ourselves are often unrealistic. We get caught up in the small things and only worry about ourselves. Yet, the world around us is changing, and we need to keep moving with it. We've grown up in an education system where having active shooter drills is normal. We've grown up in a world with racism, sexism, homophobia, but our generation is changing that. All of our own problems get in the way of the big picture, equality. My fellow classmates, I'd like for you to take a minute and think about the impact you can have by being kind to one another. We were told in kindergarten to treat others the way you want to be treated, but at some point, we stopped doing that. We started fixating on popularity and academics and physical appearance. And for what reason? Society puts individuals like us in a box. When people act differently, dress differently, or even have an opinion that you may not agree with, then it's seen as wrong. Our class has shown we are able to be whoever we want, and I encourage you to break out of the box and live to your fullest potential. Be true to yourself and kind to others. Throughout my years at Southmoreland, I've learned that you need to be the change you want to see in the world. Change doesn't happen overnight, and it takes time to fix the broken system we live in. I have faith that this class will be able to do all of this. The determination, intelligence, and perseverance you have all demonstrated throughout this pandemic are proof that you will be successful in whatever path you choose. You all have bright futures ahead of you, and I wish you the best of luck. So for that, I congratulate you on all of your hard work and future success. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2021. Please welcome the Salutatorian, Lin.
Whether you are walking the stage, part of the kids' educational journey, or someone here supporting the class of 2021, I want to thank you. Thank the students for dealing with the asynchronous, synchronous, in-person, and however many schedules we had to adapt to. Even with the pandemic, our class was competitive. Our top 10% had over 4.0s. Thank the school faculty, as the teachers also dealt with the ever-changing list of students who moved back and forth between in-person and online. Thank the family members, as without them, we would not have the class of 2021. Speaking of family members, most of mine could not make it as they are on a different continent, but at Southmoreland, the families that have made an impact in my life are the Ladowitz, Craigs, Sokols, Gretches, Smitleys, and the Chiquillards. Simon Sinek once said, "Working hard for something we don't love is called stress, and working hard for something we love is called passion." So how does one find their passion? You have to ask yourself the simplest question: what is the meaning of life? So many people, young and old, have a tough time answering that question, but wouldn't you think that should be the first thing that we figure out? The purpose of our lives, the reason why we're doing everything that we're doing? There's no right or wrong answer, but Mrs. Hickson has taught me that the meaning of life is happiness. I really believe that everything that we do throughout life is because it'll either make us happier or less unhappy than if we didn't do it. Even the things that we don't want to do, like studying for a test all night. You're not going to gain happiness from studying. Nobody likes to study unless you're some kind of freak. You do it because you know it will eventually lead you to happiness, just like everything else that we do. Studying will help you pass a test. Passing a test will lead to better grades. Better grades leads to better colleges. Better colleges increases your chance of securing a better job to make more money for you to get a nicer car or a nicer house or eat in a fancy restaurant, whatever you want to do later in life. Everyone does what they do because they think it will make their overall life better than if they didn't do it. The reason why I bring this up and why I think it's so important to understand the meaning of life is because life is going to be more and more hectic when you go off on your own. There's going to be so many more things to think about, stuff you never think about as a kid. There's going to be a time when you might want to end it all, but life is like a box of chocolates. It can be sweet, bitter, and a little nutty, and you no longer have your parents around anymore to eat the disgusting raspberry ones for you. You got to deal with those on your own now. And what else is life is like a box of chocolates because the more you get into it, the fatter you get as well. There are going to be terrible periods in your life if you want to grow as a person. Maybe not to the point of pondering suicide, but just know that if it occurs, it isn't occurring for no reason. There may still be an advantage because if you survive and figure out how to get out of that position and mindset, you'll have the mental power to accomplish anything. I had no idea what possible advice I could provide to a group of graduates, so I went on YouTube, and a common theme that kept coming up was that they were all giving advice on how to strive for greatness, how to reach your goals, or how to become successful like they are. And it's inspiring because they were telling you how they were just like you when they were younger. They weren't anybody special, and they failed over and over and over before they found any success. I mentioned earlier that you're going to have low points. Failure is a part of life. Whether it's a job interview or becoming a parent or starting a family, whatever it is, you're going to fail. And those speeches were very motivational and helpful to help you reach what our society defines as success. But before we figure out how to reach success in life, shouldn't we figure out what success in life is? We spend so much time thinking about all these goals and dreams that we had since we were little kids and how we're going to reach them. We sometimes get so distracted that we forget why we're trying to strive for them in the first place. You can set and go after all the goals you want in life, and it all leads back to the same thing, the meaning of life, happiness. That should be your primary number one goal, and everything else should come after. I know that sounds super obvious and cliche and easier said than done at times, but I personally think that it's very important to have that in the back of your mind. And keep reminding yourself that way so when you start to stray from it, you'll recognize it. You'll be surprised how many people, including myself, focus so much on how to reach our individual goals or what our society defines as success that we don't even realize that we're not even happy anymore. And most of the time, that unhappiness is caused by ourselves. It's fixable, but we don't even recognize it. We get so caught up chasing after these goals and stress ourselves out so much to the point that we're miserable. And yet we just suck it up and we keep going because we think once we've reached these goals, then all the stress and unhappiness is going to go away and we're going to live a happy, jolly life. From my personal experiences, that's not how it works. If you're not happy with your life on the journey to your end goal, you're most likely not going to be happy after you reach it. And for the gamers out there, it's like playing a video game. You don't play a video game that you hate just because you think it's going to be fun once you finally beat it. It's the exact opposite of that. The best part of the game is the journey. The moment you beat it, the fun is over, and it's exactly that. It's a moment of happiness, and that feeling will fade as soon as the end credits come rolling by. Then you're bored, and it's time for a new game. My point is, don't let society's definition of success dictate your goals and dreams. If you're enjoying the journey, don't waste your time playing a game that makes you miserable. Find the game that's meant for you and have fun playing it. That's the whole purpose of playing the game. That's the whole purpose of this journey. That's the whole purpose of life. And with that being said, once again, congratulations, class of 2021.
Please welcome the valedictorian, Hannah Delaney Schaefer.
Good evening, class of 2021. Congratulations, we made it. First of all, I would like to thank all of my teachers from kindergarten through my senior year, Mrs. Pollard, my mom, my dad, Tyler, Ben, and the rest of my family for supporting me throughout my educational career. Like many of you, I've been waiting for this day that we would finally finish school and be able to start our lives in the real world. Now, that day is here, and I am astonished by how fast time has flown by. When we were freshmen, the seniors told us, cherish this time while you still have it, because one day you'll blink and it'll be over. At that time, I don't think any of us believed them. We were so anxious to graduate and leave that we didn't care if it all did go by in a blink of an eye. However, as I talked to my fellow classmates throughout this year, they continually said, I can't believe we're seniors, this doesn't even feel real, and where did the time go? It's no secret that this unorthodox year presented us, especially as seniors, with multiple dilemmas and obstacles to overcome. We went back and forth from learning in the actual school building to moving our classrooms to our own bedrooms. We felt and lived through the abnormal and unfortunate effects of COVID-19. However, together we managed to persevere and successfully complete our final year of high school, thus crossing over into adulthood and stepping closer to accomplishing our future endeavors. As we prepare to leave Southmoreland High School and close the door on that first chapter of our lives, I am left with a bittersweet feeling. It makes me sad when I reflect upon and reminisce about all the memories and experiences we had here. But I am also extremely excited for what the future holds for all of us. I know this first chapter is merely just that, A first chapter, a simple starting point to the beginning of a marvelous novel on the story of our lives. And I know that when one door closes, many others will open. Alexander Graham Bell once said that when one door closes, another door opens. But we so often look so long and so regrettably upon the closed door that we do not see the ones which open for us. It's important to remember not to become so fixated on the past and that single closed door that you ignore the promising future and the opening of new doors. Each door may and will undoubtedly present challenges, chances, and changes. I encourage all of you to take each possibility as a blessing. Learn to accept the new experiences as well as the new lessons that will ultimately better you in the grand scheme of life. Each of these will offer you opportunities to prosper and give you hope for a successful and rewarding future. One of these doors opened for me a few Sundays ago when my church held a service to honor our graduating seniors. Molly Hunker was invited as a guest speaker, and she delivered a thought-provoking sermon about the future, life, and the paths we will take through it. During her sermon, she focused on the question, "What are you doing with your life?" Her devotion spoke to me because as early as 8th grade, and now especially as seniors, we are asked the questions, what are your plans after high school? What college are you going to? What career do you want? What are you doing with your life? After hearing her words of wisdom, I realized that it's perfectly acceptable to be uncertain of our future and what paths we will be led down. For what's most important is that we will have the will and the rigor to accept that unpredictable uncertainties will occur in our lives and that curveballs will be thrown at us without warning. Winston Churchill once said, "Success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no less of enthusiasm." So if we decide to change our majors, change our careers, change our locations, it doesn't really matter. What does matter is that we have the right attitude, passion, dedication, and hard work ethic that will fill our lives with opportunities and success. We all have a designated path that we are bound to follow, and we will ultimately follow that path, even if along the way we are taken on different routes than we predicted. Life is arbitrary, and it is messy, but it is also full of amazing memories with breathtaking moments. I personally view life as a remarkable exposition towards adventure and success. Something I've recently come to learn is that life is all about your outlook and attitude. It can beat you up and tear you down if you choose to allow it. However, if you do not allow unfortunate experiences to affect you negatively and instead gear your focus towards the blessing and opportunities, then your self-happiness and virtue will follow in return. One of my favorite phenomenons about life comes from an excerpt of The Great Gatsby. To me, this excerpt is one of those inspirational statements that after you read it, you simply have to write it down because its meaning is too beautiful to forget. Gatsby believed in the green light, the orgastic future that year by year recedes before us. It eluded us then, but that's no matter. Tomorrow we will run faster, stretch our arms out further, and one fine morning, so we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. Don't allow your past moments to hold you back. Rather embrace those experiences while walking towards a more divine future. Believe in the green light, in the seemingly imaginative possibilities that elude at becoming reality. Believe that tomorrow will offer a more charismatic future. Believe that tomorrow you will be better, that you will be stronger, that you will work harder, that you will accomplish more, that you will be more responsible, and that you will demand more and accept nothing less. So who do you want to be? What are you going to do with your life? As you walk out the doors of Southmoreland High School for the last time tonight, I want you to consider your endless potential. Do not be afraid to dream the impossible, seek the unknown, achieve greatness, and to never let anything stand in your way. Always live your life to the tomorrow that promises to be better than yesterday. Even when the odds are against you and life pins your back against the wall, continue to beat on. Thank you, class of 2021. It's been an insane journey with many unexpected turns, and it's been a privilege to experience 13 years of school with you all. I wish all of you the best of luck with your future plans and the new opportunities that await you. Never stop reaching to achieve your God-given purpose. Thank you.
Please welcome Superintendent Mr. Vince Masha.
Great messages shared by Lynn and Hannah. Please take those to heart. Good evening, graduates, parents, family, friends, school board members, faculty, staff, and administration. It is an honor to be a part of this graduation ceremony as you, the graduates, finish one phase of your journey and get ready to begin your future endeavors. As I've stated in the past, graduation ceremonies are not about long-winded speeches from the superintendent. Therefore, I will share a brief message with you and then focus the ceremony back to our graduates. This past school year, I was very fortunate to see the educational process in a different light since my wife and I, mostly my wife, assisted our granddaughter while she was learning via virtual means. I want to take this opportunity to recognize and thank all parents and grandparents who were thrust into the position of being their child's or grandchild's teacher. Graduates, there may also have been times when you were asked to assist a younger brother or sister with their schoolwork, and thank you. While many may believe the events of the year, especially educationally, were frustrating, I witnessed several attributes and traits developing in my granddaughter that I am certain many of you experienced also as you navigated your educational journey. These traits are perseverance, resilience, and independence. I will attempt to touch upon each from personal experience and equate them to what you may have experienced. At times, I witnessed my granddaughter struggling with the content that she was working on and expected to complete. I saw her repeatedly attempt to complete her work, and many times she was able to complete it without much assistance. This same sense of persevering surely had to be repeated many times with each and every one of our graduates. Instruction happened differently this year, with students expected to work on their own, sometimes without the assurance and assistance of our dedicated teachers, since students were working at home. Many of you continue to dedicate your time and efforts to successfully completing the tasks placed before you. I believe you have learned that it is okay to work hard and at times not experience success, while still challenging yourselves to complete the required work and eventually succeeding. If anything, our students learn how to be resilient due to the events that had happened during the school year. Instructional models were changed. Schools were closed due to COVID. Masks were required to be worn. Social distancing became the buzzword, and hybrid schedules were implemented. Just to live through these events had to make you a stronger person who could be adaptable to what this crazy world was throwing your way. You were successful. You will continue to be successful, and you are able to arrive at this point in your academic careers. I firmly believe that you have developed a stronger sense of independence through this last year. I watched my granddaughter grow to become an independent young girl, willing to attempt things without the assistance of an adult. You had to develop these same traits and attributes, since many times you were asked to work outside of the classroom virtually. I believe this pandemic has changed the manner in which our world will address how we work on a daily basis. Many jobs will now ask that work be completed independently in a virtual setting, and you will not report to work in the same way your parents and grandparents may have worked. Graduates, please remember that for 17 or 18 years, you were the central focus of your parents' lives. They love you and want to see you be successful. They will continue to support you, but please let them continue to be a part of your life, even during those times when you strive for independence. Listen to their advice and make choices based on the values and morals your parents and family instilled in you. Never forget your roots, but look to walk down new and exciting roads. Thank you for everything you have done for our schools in this district over your educational journeys in Southmoreland. Graduates, I wish you the best of fortune in the years ahead. Take what you have learned and build upon that foundation to become the best possible person you can be. Parents, I wish you the best of luck in the changes you will face. Speaking from experience, these changes may be difficult at first, but take satisfaction in knowing your child will be successful. With your guidance and care, you have provided your child the foundation to be successful. Thank you.
Please welcome Principal Mr. Dan Krofchek.
Good evening and congratulations to the class of 2021. It is an honor and a privilege to be here tonight. And as always, every day of my life, I feel humbled to serve as your principal. And every year I feel humbled to serve in the capacity to share in this moment in what is known as the presentation of the class. Before I begin, I would like to take this opportunity to address an unfortunate mistake that occurred on class day and to offer my sincere apology to one of our graduates, Chloe Jalot. I want to give her proper recognition for all her hard work in earning acceptance into the American Musical and Dramatic Academy College of Performing Arts, in which she received the Musical Theater Recognition Scholarship worth $48,000. Chloe, if you want to stand and... Chloe, your correct award will be given to you with your diploma. Upon reflection, I wanted to open my presentation, and as I always do, with some sort of thought-provoking question that you will remember as you journey through the rest of your life. So I annually search high and low as to what that will be. I scour the internet, sometimes dig into the stacks at the local library. So here's your question, class of 2021. Would you like to buy an extended car warranty? Shortly, you will walk out of here with a diploma representing 13 years of hard work, both inside and outside of the classroom. On behalf of the faculty and staff, we want to express our gratitude for what you have done for the community. We are proud of your work that you've done for autism awareness, Make-A-Wish, the Red Cross, Student Council, NHS, TFIM, various sports teams. We've had 4 superb musicals, and we've had a number of excellent musical groups in various capacities. Your dedication and efforts have not gone unnoticed. And there is an ancient proverb that states the art of life lies in a constant readjustment to our surroundings. You've heard this quite a bit over the course of the last couple of days. Likewise, another wise proverb remarks, when something goes wrong in life, just simply yell plot twist and move on. That is probably not an ancient proverb. You've had a remarkably challenging year and a half. You've had to navigate virtual learning, opens and closings, masks and social distancing, the constantly adapting to the new normal, remembering to unmute, asynchronous and synchronous, new words in your lexicon. But remember, as you start college, a new job, service in the military, the path in front of you will be rife with choices, opportunities, and challenges. You will face issues you never thought were possible, and you will most certainly face adversity. When you do face unforeseen circumstances, be ready. Be ready to adapt. You should be pretty good at it. Your life probably will not turn out as planned. You may end up in a different state, a different career. Your game plan changes and it doesn't work out. Embrace that change and take a chance. Graduates, this school district has provided you with a world-class education. We've given out nearly $1 million in scholarships, and for the third consecutive year have been recognized as one of the nation's best high schools, and we have the second highest rating in U.S. News and World Report's best high schools in all of Westmoreland County. The world and you know what? The world has provided you with unforeseen obstacles like no other generation in decades. I mean, let's face it, when I was your age, my biggest obstacle my senior year was deciding whether or not to grow a mullet. And apparently that's a thing again, which I don't understand. So just remember, when you face adversity, readjust to your surroundings. If you go to bed and it says 60% chance of rain, it may not happen that way. Just remember, yell plot twist, and I think you'll do okay. Congratulations, class of 2021. Mr. Masha, I attest these students seated before me have fulfilled the graduation requirements as established by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Southmoreland Board of Education. The members of the class of 2021 are now ready to receive their diplomas. Mrs. Sutton, prepare the roll call.
Congratulations, class of 2021. Diplomas tonight will be awarded by Mr. Vince Masha, Superintendent of the Southmoreland School District, Mr. Dan Krofchek, Southmoreland High School Principal. Members of the school board will then receive graduates. They are Mrs. Michelle Williams, President, Mrs. Kristen Smith, Vice President, Mrs. Nicole O'Rear, Mrs. Candace Raymond, Mrs. Gail Rhodes, and participating from the administration is Mrs. Tracy Kuhar-Long, Southmoreland Middle School Principal. Senior Class President, Lily Juliet Jaquillard. Valedictorian, Hannah Delaney Schaefer. Senior Class Historian and Salutatorian, Lynn Lynn. Senior Class Vice President, Emily Ruth Yotzi. Senior Class Secretary, Ireland Rose Craig. Senior Class Treasurer, Chloe Renee Gillot. Beckett Akins. Madeline Ayers. Ashley Lynn Barnhart. Isaac Lee Basinger. Mason Basinger. Kaylee Bell. Logan Bennett. Nicholas Dalton Bodenheimer. Alexander Brundage. Julia Briner. Amelia Buckholz. Laurel Burkholder. Colby Elizabeth Kane. Ryan Cameron. Elijah Sirk. Zachary Cernuto. Kai Oliver Chun. Hannah Rose Cornish. Jacob Craig. Logan Depta. Alec DeWitt. Gabrielle Mackenzie Dorman. Tyler Dunn. Lillian Farland. Richard Thomas Fasano. Madison Elizabeth Fletcher. Nicholas Fermato. Michael Forsyth. Madison Brooke Galley. Anthony Gallo. Anthony Geyer. Lily Gretsch. Jonah Sebastian Harshel. Cheyenne Harshman. Michaela Ann Harvey. Amelia Haw. Nicholas Headley. Nathaniel Cole Henderson. Melanie Sue Hickson. Tristan Houston. Tyler Howell. Raymond Ribel. Ella Marie Huffman. Dakota Keller. Ethan King. Michael Dennis Klatt. Hope Hill Knox-Snyder. Cassidy Contier. Paige Ladowitz. Tristan Storm Lipinski. Reagan Alexandra Lewandowski. Zachary Lint, diploma presented by Miss Tracy Kuhar. Alex Luft. Tenley Elizabeth Jean Maple. Jessica Matheny. Cassie Lynn Magar. Owen McElveen. Brandon Mehall. Colleen Miller. Leah Miller. Brendan Moore. Paige Kiara Moore. Shannon Moore. Joel Morrow. Emma Nicole Mollett. Logan Tyler Manansky. Caitlin Elizabeth Nelson. Trevor L. Nelson. Ethan Gwynn. Michael Nicklow. Paige Marie Parker. Caitlin Ellie Mae Peterson. Caitlin Nicole Pierce. Mackenzie Ray Pearl. Jacob Chase Pohl. Paige Ann Porterfield. Alexander Ray. Frank Rocco. Andrew Rodriguez. Matthew Rodriguez. Tyler Rawlinson. Melanie Ryak. Bijan Shamsi. Connor Allen Sherbandi. Chad Russell Showman. Skylar Silvis. Clay Sipple. James Skirpak. Michaela Slack. Amanda Judith Smitley. Amanda Pearl Sokol.
I dropped my card. I don't know where it went, but my name's Anthony Spawn.
Anthony Spawn. Bailey Stebbin. Keely Stallone. Brooke Stewart. Emma Marie Stilley. Lizzie Susevic. Wayne Suter. Andrea Lynn Swank. Lily Tennant. Chelsea Ann Uri. Miles Van Orsdale. Jake Reese Van Arsdale. Tessa Voss. Emily Grace White. Sahara Rose Willard. Kendall Lynn Uhas. Benjamin Craig Zimmerman. Kaylee Marie Wright, diploma presented by Miss Tracy Kuhar. Abigail Joy Frogner. Haley Burcham. Students, you may now turn your tassels. It is with great pleasure that I present the graduates of Southmoreland High School class of 2021. Please stand for the alma mater.